be Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about profiling. I'm going to be talking about it in the means of like FBI profiling or like serial killers or some crimes that were committed and we have to profile it. So this is the definition of what profiling is according to Denise Malkovich, who wrote a book called The Federal Bureau of Investigation. Sorry. So basically all of it is a list of characteristics describing a person on their behavior based off of what they're doing and what they've already done. It's helpful because now once they know how they're going to react to things, they can know how maybe what their next step is or what their next move is. And that can help catch them and find them and stop them from making further crimes. So these are just a few points of what it tells you and how it tells you things. It's actually really hard to find stuff on the internet about it. You have to either take college classes or certain classes to find further information about it. But these are just some of the basics. The first one is what type of weapon they use or what they use to commit a crime. If they use like a knife or they use something to like beat someone with, it's more of like a personal crime because they want to be physically close to that person and they're physically trying to hurt them themselves instead of using a gun to hurt them. It's more personal to them with whoever it is that they're trying to attack. The crime scene can tell you a lot about what happened and how they were feeling in the time of the crime. Let's say like if they murdered someone and there was obvious struggle in the house or things knocked over, things broken. The killer probably wasn't prepared as well as they thought they were. They weren't in control of the situation. If they were, there wouldn't be much of a struggle. They would have, tell them what to do, and they would know that they would listen because they have something against them or with them to make them listen. Victim type is another one. Most of the time, if they do have a certain victim type, then that victim represents somebody in their personal life that in some way hurt them or made them feel emotionally incapable of something. For Ted Bundy, his victims mostly represented his ex-girlfriend in college. All of them were thin, good-looking, long, dark hair. And for him in college, he had a really bad breakup with his girlfriend at the time, and he was never really the same with women after that. And also, surprisingly, handwriting. I know like the Zodiac Killer and the Unabomber, they would send like letters to like the newsstands or the police station, kind of like taunting them of their crimes. But their handwriting can tell a lot about them. If it's like sloppy, not real well written, and misspelled words, it shows that they don't have a lot of education, and that during the time while they were writing it, they weren't in control of the situation. They were upset and angry and just kind of writing to react. Versus if it's well written, planned out, they reacted calmly to what whoever's saying about them. They know what they wanted to say and what they didn't want to say. There is, to every career, there is always a bad side. And some of the bad sides of it is that it can apply to the wrong person or too many people. Since a profile is just a list of characteristics, it's helped to like narrow down the list of people, of suspects that they have. If that profile isn't too good or they don't know much about the profile, then it might not narrow it down as well as it should, and it won't really help out because it's either narrowing down too many people. And then if they have the profile wrong, it applies to the wrong person. Profiles can be wrong or misleading. In the case of the Beltway snipers in 2002, in the beginning they profiled that they were looking for 2 white men in a white van, when in reality they were 2 black men in a blue car. So the whole time from the beginning of their profile they were looking for the wrong race and the wrong vehicle. So it took them a while to find them just because they were looking for the wrong stuff. And also profilers who aren't profilers. To be able to give a profile, you need to have certain education and certain requirements to be able to know what you're talking about and to be able to tell other people what they're going to be looking for in a crime. There's a lot of cases to where it'll just be like a chief officer thinking that he knows what they're looking for. In reality, they don't know the behavior, they haven't studied behavior well enough for for them to make a profile and give it to everybody else. Profiling has actually become more accurate within the years because they're doing more study on criminals and their behavior. The more study that they're doing, the more better they can predict it. So there's not as many cases where there's wrong or misleading profiles as there were in the past. Now I also have some myths of profiling. Has anyone in this room seen the TV show Criminal Minds? Yeah, that's what I thought. This is actually, Criminal Minds is the one that got me into looking at profiling, but in reality it has like a lot of myths and portrays it to be wrong. In reality, there's no actual profilers. If anything, they would be called criminal psychologists. You can give a profile, but that doesn't make you a profiler. Also, there's no race named in a profile. In Criminal Minds, they always name the race, the age, everything like that. But in reality, they will not name what ethnicity they're from unless they have a reason, as like a victim or standby person that's seen what color, what ethnicity they were running from the scene or at the time of the crime. Now, most people think that the FBI comes, or the BAU, which is the where profiling comes from, they think that it comes from a branch of the FBI, and the branch that it comes from is the National Center of Analysis and Violent Crimes. It's not just straight from the FBI. They have their certain units that they go to. There's actually 4 units of the BAU, each of them specializing in certain categories such as crimes against adults, crimes against children, and terrorism. Also in Criminal Minds, whenever they give a profile, there's always a room full of police officers and sometimes the community standing out there taking notes on what the profile is saying and what they're talking about the profile. When in reality, that doesn't actually happen. They don't have time to get everybody in one room to talk to them. They'll put it up on, print it out on a piece of paper, and then whenever they come into work is when they'll talk to them about it, or when they come off their shift, they'll talk to them about it. And lastly, which is the one that I found most interesting, the BAU, to give a profile, they never leave their headquarters. Normally I would think that they would go to the state or the county in which the crimes are being committed and actually look at the crime scene, but in reality, all they do is they look at pictures that are being sent to them from the police station there. They perform the profile through either some type of Skype or video chat, rather than like going actually to them and talking to them in person. So today, I talked about profiling, all its interesting factors, how some of the basics, what it can tell you, and some of the bad sides to it, and also some of the myths that Criminal Minds portrays it as. I hope you enjoyed listening to it. I know there's a few people looking into profiling, or at least criminal psychology,